Most people think resilience means being strong. I thought the same thing too. I thought resilience means holding on, persevering, enduring, hanging in there until everything comes back to normal. So, what happens if normal never comes back? July 17, 2020, normal never came back. I was found in a place where I had no control over my environment. I didn't know what was going to happen in the next minute. I didn't know where to lean, how to lean, and when to lean. No wall I could lean on. At that moment, I started questioning what resilience actually is. Did I have a misconception about what resilience is? Yes. I was being arrested. And this moment, the walls around me all crashed. My life stopped. Not slowly, not gradually, all at once. And there was this moment, this precise moment, I had two options. The first option was to continue resisting, to live in denial, hoping one day something could happen. Maybe some external forces were going to come push me out of the situation. Praying and believing, thinking, imagining. But nothing works. That's when I understood I was actually wrong about resilience. I thought resilience was resisting failure. No. Resilience is designing recovery. How do you design a recovery after you fail? Then I had a second option. This one was quite uncomfortable. I kept asking myself, what should I do? This one wasn't what I vouched for. This one wasn't what I dreamt about every day. This one, I had to accept reality. Accepting reality was the most difficult thing, accepting the situation. You know, the first step towards healing is acceptance. Once you start accepting, you start healing. That's when I started rebuilding from the inside. I started planning my routines. I was more disciplined. I was more structured. I was more mature in my way of thinking and acting because I accepted the reality. I break things for a living. Yes, I work in cybersecurity. And I've frequently seen this in cybersecurity. The human being has one idea, or let me say, lives with one idea. The idea of protection. We protect our lives with our lives. We protect our loved ones. We protect our careers. We protect our jobs. Some people try to protect their environment. Yes, we live around protection. But what if, to be able to protect, you need to learn how to break? Maybe breaking is going to help you protect better. In cybersecurity, we see systems every day. We see all kinds of systems. Systems break. Systems are attacked. Systems are compromised. Systems fail. Just the same way I got crushed. That's the same way a system gets crushed. Now, what makes the difference is how recovery is designed. 2025, I received an international award. Not for breaking things, of course. but for breaking things and protecting people. I work with a lot of youths in the whole of sub-Saharan Africa, where I teach them how to break things so as to protect people. We don't stop at breaking things. I'm talking about breaking things here. I'm talking about breaking systems. Even the strongest system in the world still gets attacked. It still gets compromised. We've been watching over the news. This bank is down. This fintech is down. This hospital is down. With the evolution of the ransomware, systems fail. And at times, there is no recovery method. And you hear about a very strong company that shuts down because of an attack. So, there is no such thing as a system that never fails. The first thing, systems fail. People crash. But now, so what do we build? We build systems, or we don't build systems hoping they will never crash. We don't build systems hoping they will never be compromised. We don't build systems hoping they will never fail. We build systems knowing they will fail. So what do? We prepare them for the failure. We build detection. We build response. We build recovery. Because in cybersecurity, resilience is not measured by how long a system can resist. Resilience is measured by how well a system can recover. And I have seen that so clearly in my life. I've seen that so clearly around me. A compromised system and a distorted life all follow the same pattern. The difference here is not the strength. Nah. The difference is the design. When things break, resilient people and resilient system think about what next. They think about how can I ameliorate this. They think about what did I do wrong. And that's what we call recovery by design. Just like in cybersecurity, we have security by design. Security by design is a situation where an application, once it's being built, there is security at every layer of production. Most of the time, we think about security at the end of the life cycle of production. No. Security is taught at every layer of production. So we can have rollbacks. And when we're talking about rollbacks here, that in a technical term is called snapshots. After a new functionality is added in an application, we put a security layer. After a new functionality is added, we put another security layer until we get to the end of the life cycle of production. And now, what if an incident happens? When we step in again, we call that an incident response. How do you respond to an incident? If you don't have an incident planned, or an incident planner, or a response plan, once you are attacked, you're going to crash so badly. Failure is no longer an exception. Failure is in a system. Failure is the system. So now, how do you go about that? The question is no longer, how do I avoid failure? Because it's going to happen. Yes, you're going to fail. You're going to fail woefully. But that doesn't end there. Have you designed a recovery method? We've been told a lie for so long about what being unbreakable means. I have broken into numerous systems, a lot of systems, a whole lot of systems, but there is one thing I always bring out of it. They made us understand that being unbreakable means never failing. It's a lie. Being unbreakable doesn't mean never failing. Being unbreakable means being built to recover. And once you fail, and once you get broken, once all your life got crushed like a pile of cards, you will have two choices. Two choices just the way I had. Either you keep resisting, you keep rejecting the reality, you keep hoping things are going to change, you keep expecting that things are going to change one day. Now, there you're resisting. Then there is a second option. The second option is the most important. Are you going to accept reality? Are you going to accept what's happening? It gets so uncomfortable. Being unbreakable doesn't mean never falling apart. Being unbreakable means being built to recover. And in here, if there is one thing I would like you to take back home today on rethinking resilience and being unbreakable. Once you are able to either reject or deny the existence or accepting what is going on to you, then you will be able to know the difference between breaking and being unbreakable. Because resilience is not something you have. Resilience is something you design, and it begins with a decision. Thank you.